I'm here with Wino and Conny, and it's the 25th of August, 2012, and we're at the North Star in Philadelphia. The first thing I'd like to talk about is what made you two decide to work together, and did it turn out the way you expected, or were there any surprises?
I think it turned out better than we expected, and the whole thing was a surprise, really. But I mean, when I went over, I did the drift record with Exile on Main Street. That's a German label, and my old friend Andreas, I think he's kind of a visionary, and he put together the tour with Conny's support, and also Conny was driving, and we'd never met before over each other play. I mean, we didn't really know that much about each other's music, I don't think.
Yeah, it's true. Basically, we just jumped in.
Yeah. But I mean, I was like really blown away, pleasantly surprised when I saw him perform the first time, and then we got to jamming. Eventually, we got to jamming backstage. He was getting ready to go on, and I was stringing up or something, and we got to playing, and then it's really all it took.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then I remember that last year I came to the States to LA just to see friends, to see Wino, because we became friends on the tour, and we played one show in LA together, and then after that I came back, and Andreas already said in the chair and said, yeah, if you guys want to do a record whenever or whatever you want to do, I will release it. And so that was basically for us the frame work. So that was okay. Let's go. And
we do kind of work better, kind of best on the fly. Like we didn't really overthink Heavy Kingdom too much, but we kind of just. We had the songs written and stuff. Pretty cool. I mean, we recorded it with a friend of his in Berlin. It's like an old studio that used to be a radio station in the East, behind the Iron Curtain. It's like a really nice studio. The guy's got a really nice, well-maintained analog rig and good ears.
The cool thing, I think, was so cool with the whole Heavy Kingdom thing is, I remember that you were in Berlin for 3 days or for a day or so, and you called me, and I was in Halle, and I just came to see you. That was around Easter.
Oh yeah.
And we, just to meet, and hang out. And then, as usual, we just started to play, and I remember that you had a riff, and I had the lyrics for Heavy Kingdom, like just the first verse and the title, and that became the first song that we really wrote together. And even became the name for the record too, and now the name for the whole band.
Yeah.
And so we had just this one day, and I remember we had this one day we worked on like 3 or 4 songs because we were playing for the whole day. And then the next time you came to Germany, we had just 4 days maybe, or 5 days to do everything. Like me, work on the songs, record, and all that. So
no pressure, right?
Yeah, it was.
Well, the weird thing about it was
we
did some pre-production like on this vacation spot on this island, and it actually was kind of crazy. It was pretty interesting. We were going to use those tracks, but it ended up we couldn't use that stuff because there was like a big storm, and we were sleeping in tents, and like, our tents got like literally got blown away. It was pretty intense, but that was pretty funny. It was good. Yeah. So the days we were going to spend mixing were actually the only days we had to track and mix, but we did it.
All right, excellent. Did you find that Conny brought something out of you and Wino brought something out of you that you hadn't explored before?
Oh yeah. I gotta say, like, I'm learning a lot. I'm really learning a lot from Conny as far as he just learned a lot of little things. I mean, I don't know if he's learned anything from me, but I know that for a fact that, like, playing together, like as far as like the tempos go, like. I play by myself. I have a tendency to rush things because there's no beats, nothing really to keep me down the ground, and a lot of time I just, I get lost in the moment, So the tempo thing is, I've really learned that tempo stuff.
I mean, what for me is really something that I learned, that doesn't happen so often in your life, that you meet someone that you can get along so well, like as a person, but also musically. In all ways, and it's really rare. And so you have to give up. It's very hard to give up on your own songwriting because you have a certain way you do things. And I remember when we started to do this, I felt that there's a change in my songwriting, in the way I hear music and play music, and I really embrace that because I respect Wino for all that he does. And later on when I learned what I understand, of course we learn too. But I'm really happy to meet someone that who opens up my own way of playing music. That's really, especially when we sing together. This is
it's magical. I mean, we have some really magical nights. I mean, especially because a lot of times we have the same thought, you know, without drugs, you know, without acid, whatever, you know, like we'll think the same thing or we'll have the same idea, and like, I mean, it trickles all the way down to like when we first started playing together, you know, I said, listen, I got this new song I wanted to show you. It's called Labor of Love. And he looked really shocked because then he pulled out his pad and he was working on the song called Labor of Love. So that kind of thing. I mean, that's a true story. I mean, that's kind of interesting and kind of strange, but yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, right? But we have these great philosophical conversations too. You know, it's like, and I think that his background and stuff and my background is pretty neat, man. We come together and we.
Excellent. Okay. Now, of course, you're also busy with St. Vitus these days. What is it like to shift gears from one to the other?
Well, everybody says that, you know, oh, I'm doing all this stuff they can't really keep track of. But the reality of it is I've pared it down to this and St. Vitus. Okay. I mean, the Obsessed is on doing some shows because, well, the guy that we're talking about, that I consider the visionary that runs our German label, it's his birthday. And, like, it's really important. It was really important for him that the Obsessed music kind of got him going on doing musical stuff. So we're going to play his birthday and stuff. So the Obsessed is playing some shows, but I mean, I'm really good. The next year is going to be focused on this band, Conny, and this Vitus. I mean, I have contractual obligations to Vitus, and I'm really into Vitus actually. I mean, you know, it's just singing is its own trip, but you know, it's like playing acoustic is a challenge, man.
Now, of course, you guys are touring extensively. Is that the way to make it these days with music? I mean, is that a total necessity to stay out on the road?
What is if it's all you do for a living?
And for fun too.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, that's what it's all about. It's not about releasing records or making money. It's about playing music and meeting people and getting inspired.
I mean, this tour, you know, it's deep August. I'm gonna go through my phone in case it's deep August, man. It's bad. It's not the best time to tour in the United States, but we've had a good time.
Excellent. That's great. Will there be a Townes Van Zandt song in the set tonight?
If we can play it, yesterday we played in the club. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, Rhode Island.
And they came to us before the club and said we were not allowed to play covers. We did anyway, so it could be. We're big fans of Townes, so it's possible that we play. We're always playing a different set in a way. Like most of the songs are the same, but basically we decided.
We stuck one in anyway. So.
All right, excellent.
Nobody said anything back to it. I knew nobody was going to know that one. I think they would know the Townes cover more than. I mean, we like to play our own stuff, but you know, the music that inspires us, of course. You know.
Right. So, okay, well, that's all I have for you.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So.